What's up, Joe?
Good to see you, buddy.
What's going on? Ready to do this?
Let's do it.
All right, let's get cleaned up. Hey guys, Joe here. Welcome back to BigWave. We got a really special guest today, my friend Joe Sernio. This is a little bit of a departure because we know each other personally. So Joe is a really talented guy, actor, producer, director, digital marketing professional, content creator. This guy does it all.
I try.
So I'm really happy to have you here.
Happy to be here,
Thanks so
Joe.
much, man.
Pleasure, man. Pleasure.
So I want to get into it, but I want to talk about the cut first a little bit. So
Okay.
what are you looking to do? Do you have anything coming up in your professional career that you need your hair a certain way?
Not too much coming up, but I'd like maybe the sides a little shorter. Usually do a 4 on the sides and trim the top a little bit.
Got it.
Yeah,
Cool.
nothing major.
Awesome. So I have carte blanche. Excellent. So what's going on, man?
Same old.
Long time no see.
Yeah, happy to see you again. Congrats on the spot.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, a lot going on. I haven't been in Red Bank in a while, but it's good to be back here.
So Joe actually designed the website for the Barbershop.
I did.
And I must say it came out excellent.
Thank you. It was a nice build, fun build. We got some good colors. They're easy to work with.
So tell me a little bit about what you've been working on. I know you got some new projects and stuff coming up, so what's the story?
I had, just got done. I had a really nice run in up until the holidays. I did 3 features last year. And 3 feature films, a horror movie, a little bit of a drama, and then an action.
Covering all the bases.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and did those last year. Went right into the new year, and had a couple of TV gigs, which you've seen.
I have. So you actually did some stuff that quite a fan of. Especially, I know that you have a movie coming out that you recently filmed last year, right?
Yeah, there's a horror film coming out called Pay Homage. Should be out soon. I'm not 100% sure when, but yeah, that's coming out soon. The other 2 should be out soon, and then had some television stuff that's come out, and then gearing up to do another feature in August.
Now, what is it like? I know that you've been stepping away from the camera a little bit, and you've been doing some producing and directing. I think you're going to be doing a directing debut soon, right?
I am, yeah. I've always been in front of the camera, even with a lot of my productions. Anything I'm producing or executive producing, I try to be a part of the cast as well. But this one, I'm stepping back a little bit. It would be my directorial debut in August. It's an action horror piece. And I'll be behind the camera the entire time, which is going to be pretty exciting. My first time ever directing.
I've often heard actors say that you at least once have to step back and take a shot at directing.
I think so. I think deep inside, I think every actor wants to direct. I really do. And it's been, this is the love of my life right here. Film and television. So I think stepping back and trying to direct this feature, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But it's definitely been a dream of mine for quite some time.
So you have a new movie coming out that you filmed last year, and I heard Marty Cove's in it.
Yes.
John Kreese.
Yep.
This is one of my childhood heroes. I'm so excited to see this. I actually just met him over the weekend for the first time. It was quite an experience. There were a lot of people trying to get to him.
He is a great dude, great guy to work with. I was fortunate enough to work with him and his son Jesse. So we have both the Coves on set, but the movie's shot in Vegas. It's called Dogs, and I'm not 100% sure when it's going to come out, but it was a lot of fun.
Now this was kind of a big production, right? You had to be out in the desert for
it was a pretty
weeks, right?
Yeah,
we were out in the elements, and
we were in the desert for 3.5 weeks.
You kind of had to feel what these guys felt, right? As being like they were kind of like military special ops type of dudes, right? So
yep, it's actually exactly what it was. Special ops, yeah. Yeah, it
So
was
you
fun.
had a little bit of a taste of what these guys actually go through in real life.
Yeah, it was fun. We did some small like training with the guns and whatnot. But it was a lot of fun, man. We were out there for, I'd say, about 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks we were out there filming. He was on set for a few, I think he's maybe a few days. And we had a couple scenes together, which was a lot of fun. He's a great guy to work with.
What was the first thing you wanted to do when you came back from that, like being out in the desert?
Well,
did you like crave a food, or like did you, like, oh, I gotta go?
No, the food. To be honest with you, food is actually pretty good on some of these sets.
Okay, so they took care of you.
They always take care of you.
So it wasn't any major method acting type of thing where they starved you, or you had to go fend for yourself. Or,
No, not on this one.
Okay.
Not on this one. I did do one out in the desert a few years back called Loved. I don't know if you remember that one. But that was a little rough. But this one, no, it wasn't too bad. It was actually, believe it or not, cold in the desert.
It gets cold there at night.
Oh, it was freezing at night.
Yeah.
Freezing at night.
Yeah, I know. I've been to Vegas a lot, and I remember it being it's extreme heat and then extreme cold at night.
Yep.
Typical desert.
Yep. It was at night. It was, I think it went down to low 30s at night, and it wasn't. I wound up getting sick on this one.
Of course.
You know what really sucks? I got sick on my days off.
Oh.
So it was like we had 2 days off, and that's when.
And you had to spend them.
I spent them in bed.
Feeling like crap.
Yeah, I spent them in bed. Still not great running around when things got back to normal on set, but it is what it is. I did what I could for the 2 days, but it was a lot of fun. I'm hoping it comes out sometime in 2025.
I'm looking forward to seeing that one.
Yeah.
Also, too, I know that you were in a show that is pretty notable, very popular show, The Godfather of Harlem.
Yes. Yeah.
And starring Forrest Whitaker. You got Vincent D'Onofrio in that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a major cast. And you had a scene that you were opposite of both of them at the same time, right?
Yep.
I
Correct.
remember your character was kind of getting smashed up with a car trunk, and then you ultimately met your demise by Vincent D'Onofrio.
I did. Yeah. Unfortunately, it was a short-lived, but I played Rocco on the show, and yeah, I was one of those guys that was part of Vincent, his crew.
His crew, yep.
And selling drugs in Bumpy's area, not supposed to be there, obviously.
Right.
And I got caught. And that was it.
And that was it. And you thought you had, you thought the boss or
I thought I was going to
your
get away
boss
with it.
was because it turned out that Forrest Whitaker's character was better friends with him than you were.
Right. Exactly. So, yeah. Rocco Figurori, and I wound up making it to the end of the first episode. But it was like working with those guys was incredible. Especially like Forrest Whitaker. Come on, it was like a dream come true,
That's an amazing talent to be working with.
That was a lot of fun. I wound up doing a really nice episode of Law and Order SVU, and then I hopped right on to Godfather of Harlem.
I feel like every television actor has to be on SVU at least once, right? It's like it's just such a staple show.
That's what I hear. Yeah, I hear like it's like or a lot of people say you've made it if you're on Law and Order.
Yeah, because
I
they're
don't know
probably
if I made it yet, but
but they're probably very choosy as to who they're going to pick for that because they can be.
Yeah, they are. It does take. I mean, I've been acting 20 years, a little over 20 years, and this has been my first time ever on Law and Order. So
now that you mention that, so take me back to the earlier days when you first started, right? I know that you were on All My Children. You got your start in very specific shows and areas. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I started out on a soap opera called As the World Turns.
Right.
That was like some of my first television gigs.
And how old were you when that started?
As the World Turns, I think maybe I was 22, 23.
Okay, so you weren't a kid. You were
I got started a little late.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got started a little late. Not a lot, like a lot of decent names, big names came out of high school. I just got started a little late there, and I started out doing a lot of background work on As the World Turns. Mm-hmm. I remember they were shooting in Brooklyn at the time, I did about a year worth of just steady background work, which was great.
Because you get your feet wet.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
get your feet wet. You're on
overwhelming.
set. It's
Yep.
not. It's easy. It's easy work. You get to know people.
Watch, learn, and listen.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. And I went right from All My Children, or I'm sorry, As the World Turns, right to All My Children.
Now that was a big show.
Oh yeah,
That was a long running show, if I
both
remember.
both of them were big.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them were big shows.
I remember my mom watching that show too.
Oh yeah, that's. I think they've had the same storyline for the last 50-something years.
Man, listen, if the formula works, you stick with
Right. I did a bunch of extra work on As the World Turns. I moved right over to All My Children, and I wound up nothing incredibly huge on the show, but I did play someone in the ICU. Joe is who I played, and I was in Pine Valley for almost, I'd say, 4 years, a little over 4 years. Not every day, not steady. I wasn't one of those main characters, but it was work.
Right.
It was steady work, and then from there I just explored the world of television. I did some work on Hope and Faith, was an old show that used to be on. Love Monkey was an old show that used to be on. Tom Cavanaugh, Jason Priestley was on that show. Got to work with those guys.
90210.
Yeah, I got to work with those guys, and I just from there just kept going and got into the indie world of film.
So after those first couple of experiences you had, it kind of snowballed into more, right? And
Yeah.
then you decided to kind of take a little bit of a departure from that, and you started getting into the tech industry, right?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a kind of like you know what I think happened. I think I got a little too comfortable, right?
Okay.
So the work was coming in and the auditions were coming in, and I knew it wasn't going to last that long as far as the work goes, and you need to make money, obviously.
Right.
And I've always been into the tech stuff. I've always been into website design, development, things like that.
Right.
And I wound up on the side, just kind of building little websites for friends, for family, maybe a company I was working for on the side there. And I just started building them, and it wound up spiraling into an actual company. Like I built an actual marketing company. So I did take some time off, and I put my full drive into the company, Shoreline Media, and I went full force with it for several years, and it's been around now for going on 16 years now.
Now, for those of you who are tuning into this, Shoreline Media is a really successful tech digital marketing service. They do all types of stuff, all types of solutions. I've worked with them personally, which is how I know Joe, and they've built websites. You guys actually built 2 websites for me. You did one for the entertainment company and one for the shop.
Yep.
Impeccable work, fast work, gets it done. Just awesome experience, and I'm not just saying that either, because I've dealt with other people in this industry, and they can tend to be flaky, and they don't really hit the mark in the beginning. It takes them a lot of shots, and you just hit them, especially with the Barbershop, you hit the mark on it dead on within days.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy dealing with a client like you too, though. So it's you had what you needed. You had your images, you had your logo, you had your branding guidelines, so it's easy. But I spent a long time not only researching but planning and failing too, though. I mean, there's in the beginning stages, it wasn't like a took off like a rocket. I mean,
you have to fail.
Yeah,
you have to fail
yeah.
at everything, or you're never going to learn.
Fail at hiring the wrong people or the wrong the wrong team member. And I spent a long time planning that, developing that to where it is today with an absolutely amazing team and customer service. That's the main thing. That's what I really, when I started this company, I really wanted to be better than the rest in the customer service part of it.
It's so important.
Oh,
because
it's
look
so
at
important.
look at my situation where I was kind of pressed for time.
Yep.
I had to get a site up and running. The shop was new. I had a lot of things riding on it, and I called you. You came through within a couple of days.
Yep.
I know that you're busy too. You're probably in the middle of filming and stuff. because now you're back in full swing with acting
Yeah.
again.
Yep.
So I really do appreciate what you did for the
Oh,
shop.
no, it's
so
great,
Joe
man.
helped the shop out a lot, and it was meant a lot to me. It was really big. So
I think when you're building, as you know, you gotta, not only do you have to have the right team, but you have to have the right strategies in place, and it's something that we really focus on. Is
it
the
shows.
strategy. No, thank you.
definitely
Thank you.
shows.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. That's what I say, right? I mean, it's like
100%.
you're always improving, you're always adding, you're always building, and that's what we do. Not only for us, but for our client base too. So it's and that's what we wanted to provide. I never wanted that phone to ring and no one answer that phone, or give that client like a poor experience. So it's kind of what we built.
So with the acting stuff and with the tech and the digital media and everything, are you finding that like now your worlds are like kind of colliding now? Are they intertwining with this? Because I know that like this type of stuff is so important in the entertainment industry, and it must give you an edge somehow with it, right?
A little bit. They are kind of their own two different worlds for sure. Because I think of it. Like, I don't know everything that I used to know, right?
Right.
Like with Google changes and this AI stuff that's coming out now,
right,
and whatnot. So I depend a lot on my team, which if I didn't have them, I'd be lost at Shoreline. But it's similar sometimes. I mean, I'll tell you what's similar is running a business and running your life as a business, if that makes sense.
Right.
So it's like you have your agents, you have your managers. You have them booking you, and you're basically providing a service to them.
Right.
And that's kind of where it's the same. The marketing piece of it, and basically running your own business, which I've been very fortunate enough to do and learn a lot over the last 15, 16 years.
It's funny you say that, because I always figured kind of like agents and managers kind of work for you. But is it really, in reality, is it kind of the other way around? Do you feel pressure that you have to deliver to them, like they're like obviously working for you, but you have to deliver to them as well? Is it kind of a give and take with that?
Yes, 100%. Like I do think you have to deliver. Like if let's say an audition comes in, right, and the casting director sends the stuff to the agent sends it to me. I will do whatever I have to do to get that audition in, either that night or either the next morning.
Right.
But yeah, they are working for you, but at the same time, yeah, you're working for them for sure. They're representing you, but you're also representing
them too.
Yeah, 100%. But they do have similarities, yeah. I mean, it's as you know, it's like running a business, right? It's just you got to be there, you got to be on time, you got to provide the service that you were hired to do, and I think basically running a business is almost the same as what I'm doing now as far as the acting goes, because I'm providing a service just like the business is providing a service. So it's similar. What's crazy? That's coming up a lot is all of the AI stuff in both industries.
I was going to ask you that now too, because AI is becoming a huge part of entertainment, and now it's become I'm not going to lie, I did use some AI because it's so functional for someone who's illiterate with that stuff.
I agree.
It helped me design my logo a little bit, and it gave me a direction. I didn't really use anything like solid from it, but it definitely gave me like guidance,
I don't, definitely. I see that. And I don't know what you think, but I personally don't think it's going to physically replace anything or anyone. I think it's going to be,
not yet.
It's going to
take a long time for that.
Take a long time, but I think it's also, it is going to get, smarter as it evolves. But I actually think on a Shoreline level, we're incorporating it into everything that we're doing. On an acting level, obviously there's union rules and whatnot that you have to kind of keep in check when you're filming and whatnot. Because it's almost like let's say I'm on I do a movie and they want to change my voice or this or that. Like I don't want them doing that. So there's protection there with the union on the acting side of it, but on the business side of it, on the websites, the SEO, we're actually implementing this into almost every strategy that we use, which is working really, really well. So you go to ChatGPT and you type in, like Barbershop in Red Bank or this or that, you want yourself to come up.
Right.
And that's what we're building into our strategies to make sure that you're coming up in the AI searches. So it's pretty crazy how it works.
Yeah, I feel like with the entertainment side with that too, there's going to be, you know, like you said with like AI now, it's like people don't even have to be alive to be in the movie anymore. You know, you could sample their voice, sample their face. There's definitely going to be like conflict of interest with stuff like that going forward as the technology grows. Too.
Yeah, of course.
You know, it's going to get so good that you're not even going to know the difference anymore. I mean, I've seen some really, really crappy, like, you know, CGI.
I have too, but what do you think about like the script writing and whatnot? I mean, you could literally put it into ChatGPT or any of these platforms and it'll write the synopsis and story for you. I mean, that's like...
I went down this whole spiral of how AI is going to change the world over the decades and the century and whatnot. And they're actually saying that it's not going to be any like Terminator type of extinction thing, but they're saying that it could replace people so much that you would actually see a decline in population.
Oh God!
Because people aren't going to want to have kids. They're not going to want to, you know, bring people into the world where they have no place in the world anymore. And
I guess
these are just theories over like a long period of time.
I guess I can see that, but yeah, it is scary. I guess I can kind of see that happening.
All right, Joe, so I think we're good here.
Great.
I took a little bit of length out of here and a little bit of weight in here.
Perfect.
I tapered it down to a 4 like you like. I'm going to clean up the back, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the product that I've been using.
Yeah, let's...
We're an authorized retailer for Slick Gorilla. They make really great products. They make sea salt sprays, paste.
You know me and my hair, Joe.
Powder. So I'm going to hook you up with a little something, something.
Nice.
And I think you should be good to go.
I've actually never used that powder, but I hear pretty good things about the...
Yeah, the powder I wouldn't use in your hairstyle. I think you need, because you kind of have more of like a slick back, I think you need a little bit more of like a paste.
Okay.
But they do make products, they make any type of product that you need. They make paste, they make powder, sea salt spray.
That's what I usually use as a paste.
Yeah, so you should be good with that.
Nice.
Well, I really appreciate you coming on here, man.
Oh, this is great.
I'm so happy to have you in the shop. Like I said, this was like a little bit of a departure because we know each other personally.
Yeah, but I wanted to check the shop out.
Yeah, man.
Wish you good luck and see see what you built here, and it's beautiful. It really is, and I appreciate you having me in.
Absolutely. And I wish you nothing but the best with all your upcoming endeavors and projects. And I'm sure we're going to be working together on something again soon.
Yeah. I'll bring a nice picture of myself for your wall next time I come in.
I really hope so. Like I said, I'm trying to get all the Sopranos guys we're going to have in here to sign a poster.
Get them all. They're all
I want to get as many as possible on that poster.
Yeah.
Your buddy Lou Martini Jr. was here.
Louis is the man.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun talking to him. You know, first time we met.
Isn't he just a down-to-earth dude, man?
We had incredible chemistry. I loved talking to him.
He is phenomenal.
I think he was a little taken back by my knowledge of The Sopranos.
Oh, really?
He was like, he turned to me at one point and he was like, "Wow, you're really a fan, huh?" Like he was like, where did you come up with that? I was coming up with theories and things like that, you know. And he's like, "I never thought about it that way, but it makes sense."
He's such a great dude to talk to. We bump into each other a lot, actually.
Yeah.
When we're in
really interesting guy too. Like just like his story about
when he was a kid, right?
Like he was in like all these big movies with like Mary Tyler Moore and Barbara Streisand. His dad was a character actor in the 60s and 70s.
Yep.
And then his dad was actually casted to play Luca Brasi in The Godfather.
Godfather, yep.
And he passed away right before they started filming it.
Great wild story, isn't it?
And the guy that you know the story. The guy that they got was really like one of Columbo's like mob guys, and like he couldn't read. He couldn't read the script very well, so they wrote it in where he was rehearsing what he was going to say to the Don. And I did not know that Lou's dad was the original guy.
Yeah.
And I just watched The Offer on Paramount Plus, and they actually talked about
show.
it. Lou Ferrigno played the Luca Brasi character in that. And I thought it was just so great, like to find out these, obviously like I knew about Lou, but these little things that I didn't know just to learn about, and just the way like he portrays the story and everything was really cool.
He's got some great stories. He's been around for a while. You know what the best part about Louis is that he'll never ever question when you need a favor or you need something done or you need help or whatever it is. I can call Louis up right now and I could say, "Hey Louis, here's what I need," whatever, and he'll get it done. Yeah. Same thing with like introductions, or you need to introduce yourself to whatever it is, he gets it done. He's just one of the best. He's one of us. He's for sure one of us.
So this is what I use, Slick Gorilla Lightwork. This is really good stuff. It's got like a light to medium hold.
Okay.
Won't make it tacky, but it does the job.
I'll have to check that out
Slick
then for
Gorilla.
sure.
All right.
Slick Gorilla.
And now I'm gonna do the best part. You're gonna love this. I'm gonna get you cleaned up with a nice hot towel.
Nice. Oh, that's great.
So we soak this in essential oil in the
That's
morning.
great.
I want everyone feeling nice and fresh when they leave.
Oh, it feels great. You ever have anyone fall asleep in a barber chair?
Yeah, I mean, if they fall asleep at that part, I don't give a shit because they're leaving anyway.
Yeah.
But if they start falling asleep in the beginning, it's a little bit of a challenge.
I'm sure.
I've had people like kind of nod out, you know, the buzzers or.
I've been there before. I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever fallen but
Yeah, but a little nod, head nods and
Yeah.
you know, I usually just do one of those and I'll flick
Yeah,
you right in
yeah,
the
yeah.
ear and you know, wake you
Nice.
right up. All right, buddy. I'm gonna give you a little flip around just to show the goods.
Oh, it looks great.
All right, and I think we're in business.
Looks great, man. Thank you.
All right, buddy. Well, I think this is looking good, and I think you're all set, buddy.
Thank you,
I
Joe.
really appreciate you coming in. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Big Wave Podcast, Big Wave Experience. Please keep following us. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Let's do it.